Some brands offer you low finance, or cashback, or servicing.
Renault don't do ors. We do ands. The Renault Kadjar with 1.91% APR and €1,000 cashback and 3 years servicing, saving you thousands. Renault, the brand with the ands. Visit your local Renault dealer. Finance is made under a hire purchase agreement. Terms and conditions apply. Deposit required subject to lending criteria. See Renault.ie.
Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling, presented by the Idiot Radio Network, offering a weekly look into the world of professional wrestling with guest interviews, news, results, and much more. Now here's your host, Stephon Devereux. Yes, we are back, the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling. Stephon Devereux, your host. And people, I'm pissed off. Of course, I start the week off not on a good note. I'm in severe pain, but I don't give a goddamn. I really don't give a goddamn because I'm going to have some fun with you for the next half hour, 45 minutes or so, however long I feel like doing the show today. But, woo, man. You know who else is pissed off? You, the wrestling fans. Because you wrestling fans continue to show that you are the boss. How do you do that? Well, you stop buying tickets, stop buying merchandise, you stop caring. And you know how I know you don't care anymore? It's because the ratings continue to fall for Monday Night Raw and Smackdown. More so Raw than Smackdown, which is really interesting. But the ratings continue to fall for Monday Night Raw, and some people are starting to take notice. Some people are starting to take notice. And before I get into the meat of the story, I'm going to give you some things that happened. You know, let's say the lettuce, tomato, ketchup buns. I'm thinking of a hamburger, obviously. But, so, this past week news came out that Fox Broadcasting, Fox executives put out some notes that, hey, we expect WWE Smackdown to sit about 3.3, to get about 3.3 in the ratings weekly. That's what we expect. Well, see, I guess they haven't been paying attention because the WWE Smackdown has not been getting those type of ratings. Those numbers have not come for Smackdown in a long time. And see, we're looking at this from the cable ratings. That's different than broadcast television. Very different. And people can say, hey, man, they're consuming wrestling a lot differently now. Yes, they are. Okay? That could be a major reason why the ratings suck. They could be consuming wrestling completely different. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. They keep saying fan interaction, engagement, and so forth is still up. But they're not watching the shows. They're not buying the tickets to the shows. They're not buying the merchandise. Hey, but the stock price is doing good. Yes, the stock price is still good. So, with SmackDown going to Fox and their ratings tanking the way they are, what's the WWE going to do about it? We'll get to that later. Anyway, Raw, on the other hand, will stay on the USA Network. And their ratings, this past week, they pulled in almost 2.2 million viewers. Almost 2.2 million viewers. Now, don't get me wrong. They were up against some heavy competition. You know, that was a really good Seattle game. I mean, look, really good Seattle game. Kind of put Minnesota in their place, but that's another story. That game drew Almost 12 million viewers. The WWE was 10th. Raw was sitting at 10th place. 10th place. Monday Night Raw, 10th place. I sound like I'm getting upset because I am. I'm very upset. 10th place. Behind the NFL and cable news programming. Come on, man. That's MSNBC who was beating everybody. Fox, CNN. WWE sat in 10th place for their 3-hour program. Let me show you what they did those 3 hours. Oh, let's talk about that. First hour, 2.3 million. Second hour, 2.2 million. Third hour, 2 million people. So what that's telling me, as it does every single week, the ratings continue to decline each hour, and no one's looking at that. Is that third hour so important to your advertising game plan? Is it? I mean, come on. Is it that important? Sometimes I'm starting to think, is the second hour important? You got so much talent on that roster that you have to put. But let's be honest. It's not like they're using the talent right. It's not like they're using the talent right. Which brings me to my next point, but circles back to my original point for this segment. Fox says they want the ratings to be at a certain number. The WWE has not reached that number in quite some time. Changes need to be made, especially for Smackdown. What are those changes? What are those changes? Of course, it's the staff, the writing staff. Of course. The WWE is stuck in the year 2001. They're stuck. They're throwing in a little bit of the old 80s feel to it, but they're stuck there. They're stuck. Just like they were stuck the 80s back in 1996. Remember? NWO comes out of nowhere, boom, smashes these guys. Why? Because hey, we're still getting Rocky Maivia. You understand what I'm saying? They were stuck there, and they're stuck in the past now. And you know what? Let me be honest. Let me take that back. I said they're stuck in 2001. God damn it. In 2001, they was producing some really good programming. That was 17 years ago. That's my opinion of when the last time they had some compelling television. So for the past 17 years, it's just been, hey, we've watched it decline. They've watched it decline. They tried to make amends in 2002 with a certain person who was going to help them out. But egos got involved. Here we are in 2018. And next year, they're about to collect a big check from Fox. And Fox wants those ratings to be at least a 3.3. Remember, goodness, they have Empire, they have Star, they have their reality shows, they have their variety shows, and they're pulling in major ratings. So they're going to bring in the WWE, and you can't forget, they have the NFL. So they're going to bring in the WWE, and the WWE is going to compete with that. They can if they make one move. And we're going to talk about that next here on the Devereux Committee. You're listening to the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We'll be right back after this break.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
How to text a guy to keep him interested. It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguy.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguy.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
We are back, Stephon Devereux, the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling. That was a hot segment. It's our first segment. Yeah, we starting off hot here. I'm pissed off these days. Pissed off about something that I truly love. A business I truly love. A sport that I truly love. A lot of other people love it as well, but they're walking away. They're leaving. They're now turning off their televisions. Or at least finding something else to watch. Because they can't stand watching Monday Night Raw. They can't stand watching Tuesday Night Smackdown. They can't stand watching it. And now that the WWE is about to get this nice fat check from Fox, 20th Century Fox is about to pay these dudes lovely to bring SmackDown over to their platform. So now they put out that they want the ratings to sit at least at a 3.3. Weekly rating, 3.3. That's what they want, at least. So what's the WWE going to do about this? They have to make changes. They most definitely have to make changes. You know, when you're losing, let's talk about football real fast. If you're losing, they got the Cleveland Browns for years, and you bring in this new hotshot quarterback that you feel has a chance to resurrect your franchise, get you back to winning again, and what happens? You know that this head coach is holding this guy back. That's what you feel. As an organization, you feel that way. So what do? They fire the guy, the head coach, and they elevate someone from the roster, their coaching staff, Greg Williams. Greg Williams now helping his team win. See, they're probably going to either keep Greg Williams or find someone else. New hotshot guy, who cares? But my point is, they had to make changes. What was working for them before is not working out. Now, here's my thing. I haven't been working for years. And we put it all on the writing staff. We can also put it on Vince McMahon, but guess what? If you don't have enough creative ideas to bring to the man, what is he going to have to sit back and think about and decide, okay, this is what I want to use? Decide what type of storyline that he wants to put on television. If you're producing him crap, what is he going to? He's obviously going to put out crap. But I blame him for this too, though, because ego. But like I said, in this case, egos are involved. You got Vince McMahon, you got Stephanie McMahon, you got Paul Levesque. These three people, and more or less than, okay, look, I'm going to put it all, I'm going to take Vince out of this. Paul Levesque, Stephanie McMahon, This is falling on you now. You know why? Because your egos will not let you guys step away from that creative positions you people have. You want to be creative? Go to NXT. You like dealing with the young guys, deal with them down there. But main roster, you two and Vince McMahon need to be far away from it right now. You're too involved. Now, here's somebody that I'm going to bring up. Two people. I'll bring up two people for this segment. Two people that can turn this thing around right now. If you just want to bring up SmackDown for the purposes of SmackDown, it's on Fox. Let's just talk about SmackDown, okay? Two people. One is on a roster, the other one is not on a roster. But they've proven before that they can produce compelling television. One on the roster. Paul Heyman, of course. Paul Heyman. He had his hands on SmackDown years ago, and when he had his hands on SmackDown years ago, SmackDown was looked at as the A show. Oh, we forget that, don't we? SmackDown was looked at as the A show by the wrestling fans because it was producing the best wrestling and the best storylines surrounding the wrestling. Remember those days when you had a great storyline between the athletes that was about to go in the ring and beat the crap out of each other? They gave you a reason to sit there and want to watch them fight. But we don't have that no more. Paul Heyman's one guy who can do that. Paul Heyman comes on television once or twice a month, and he proves every single time that he is still the best promo in the business, and he still, my opinion, has the best mind for the business, okay? Inside of the WWE. Now, that's inside of the WWE. I'm talking creative side of the business, not, just to clarify, creative side of the business. Just wrestling, okay? Just wanted to make sure. I don't want people emailing me or tweeting, hey, man, he was horrible. I know. But Paul Heyman could turn SmackDown around. The other guy. Let's go to the other guy who's outside. Swallow your pride, people. Even you stupid wrestling fans who continuously bash this man and say that he was horrible. Look, you may have felt he was horrible. But when he was working for Vince McMahon in the WWE, the guy was unstoppable. When Vince McMahon had his back, this man could not be touched when it came to creativity. He and his partner could not be touched. And you know who you know who I'm talking about. And that is Vince Russo. Vince Russo could turn SmackDown around right now. See, what is Vince Russo? He's preached this philosophy for years. Reality over wrestling. I actually agree with that philosophy. Why? Because I grew up in the era of Dusty Rhodes booking NWA. And if you didn't think that the Horseman storyline against Dusty Rhodes wasn't damn near reality, then you obviously never watched any of that Four Horseman Dusty storyline. A lot of people forget this. Now, am I comparing Vince Russo to Dusty Rhodes? No, I'm not. But both men were successful at producing reality. Reality-based television. The parking lot scene with Dusty Rhodes, you're going to tell me that couldn't have happened in real life? Some guys you're beefing with show up at your job as you're about to pick up your paycheck. Let's say you're construction workers. They show up at your job as you're about to pick up your paycheck, and they just whoop your ass because they got beef with you. Now the cops can get involved. Yeah, that's nice. Call the cops. But men, we tend to want to fight back, and that's what Dusty Rhodes did every time. Every time you thought he was beaten down, he found a way to step back up. That's what made Dusty Rhodes, that storyline, so compelling. WWE. You're going to tell me that the hot-shot young kid, blue chipper, who's ascending in a company, ascending in, let's say, sports, and you got this damn redneck dude who, I mean, God damn it, drinks beer, drives a pickup truck, and he's a thorn in your side. Vice versa. Reality. Steve Austin, The Rock. That was reality. That was more high school than anything. That's what it reminded me of, high school. I know, horrible analogies. I know. But my point is, Vince Russo can do it. Vince Russo can turn SmackDown around. You know how I know and why I know? Because his first go around there was very successful. Because he had Vince McMahon with him. People say Vince was his filter. Well, put him back with the filter in it. The numbers don't lie. When the man was bringing in tens, people can say, "Oh, well, there's so much more on TV these days." But guess what? The NFL still draws. They still draw ratings. It's football. Okay, I know. You know why football continues to draw people in? Their storylines are compelling, reality-based. Competition is reality. Storylines should be reality-based. Yes. We are going to take a break. And when I come back, I'm going to tell you, oh, man. So the WWE thinks this is going to pop a rating? Yeah, we shall see. Find out what the WWE plans on doing Monday night to pop a rating this week. Oh, Lord. And I'm getting my TLC predictions here on the Devereux Committee Pro Wrestling, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
How to text a guy to keep him interested? It's a question many women ask daily. Well, Amy North believes she has found the answer with How to Text a Guy to Keep Him Interested. It's a new course that she has put together, and it's helping ladies all across the world. You can go to howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com for more information. Amy says she has the answer, so find out there at howtotextaguy-to-keep-him-interested.weebly.com.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
We are back. Stephon Devereux, the Devereux Committee Pro Wrestling. Last segment. Woo, man. I know I'm on fire today. I know. I've been pissing off a bunch of people. But, hey, I told you. A pissed off wrestling fan. But anyway, so, like I was saying, the WWE ratings is again. And this is how the WWE plans on popping their rating. And then we're going to get into some TLC predictions. But first and foremost, big news. Vince McMahon returns to Raw this weekend, or this Monday. Woo, that's going to be big. He plans on shaking the WWE up. Yes. And they should say, the headline should have said, an attempt to revive. No, and in a desperate attempt to revive your ratings, the WWE is bringing out a 70-year-old man. I mean, this is just hilarious. I know, man. I'm done. I'm seriously done with the WWE right now because I can't take it right now. I love Vince, and you know what I'm saying, but that was just hilarious. Anyway, so Vince McMahon's supposed to come back to Raw to shake things up. I'm going to put some money on the line. I'll bet anybody $5 that Vince McMahon is going to make an XFL announcement. Oh, man. I see that happen before him doing anything else because it just makes no sense, especially with TLC happening tonight. But, yeah, we're going to get into TLC because I don't want to continue to laugh at Vince McMahon. I mean, God, man, hey, man, the guy, he's 70 plus, and he looked like he, you know what I'm saying, still in his 40s without body. So anyway, man, let's go to TLC. So, okay, anyway, first match that I'll talk about here is, man, I'm still in the Vince McMahon. Okay. Okay, so for Intercontinental Championship, Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. To be honest with you, I really don't care about this match because what they're doing to Dean Ambrose right now is a complete joke. And it's a complete joke, just like Vince McMahon going to going to Raw tomorrow night. But it's just a complete joke what they're doing to Dean Ambrose. If I was Dean Ambrose right now, I'll fake an injury and just be done. Just be done. Because in a minute, your career is going to be ruined, bro. Look what they did to Seth Rollins. But that's another story. Anyway, for Baron Corbin's job as Raw GM, a TLC match, Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. What's going on with Braun? Who knows? I don't because I don't really. Anyway, so look, if Baron Corbin loses, he is no longer the Raw GM. I don't think Braun's going to be there. I think Kurt Angle is probably going to take his spot, and Kurt Angle will win this match with some help from Braun Strowman, who will not be in the match, but he will. Anyway, Raw's Women's Championship. The Raw Women's Championship match between Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. Now, I got a feeling this is what's going to happen. I think Nia Jax is going to win. Okay? I think Nia Jax is going to win. This is how this is going to break down. Okay, so Nia Jax wins, and that leads me to the next match. All right? So, now, the reason why Nia Jax will win is because the WWE is setting up for the next match, and that will be for the triple threat TLC Smackdown Women's Championship match between Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Asuka. Now, what I honestly, truly believe this, I think Charlotte's going to win a championship, and there's going to be a Raw shakeup. I mean, there's going to be a roster shakeup, and that roster shakeup is going to end. You're going to end up having Becky Lynch being moved to Raw, and you're going to see Ronda Rousey being moved to SmackDown. And Ronda's going to take on Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. And you're going to see Becky Lynch take on Nia Jax at WrestleMania as well. That's going to be their two headlining women's matches at WrestleMania. And then for the main event, in my opinion, which is going to be the match of the year, we're going to have Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the SmackDown Championship. And I'm going to be honest with you. This match right here, I cannot wait to see this match. I really don't have a... I was going back and forth. That's why I left it open here on my sheet. Okay, since I don't have too much time, I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan. AJ Styles, I haven't heard anything about the contract situation, and with All Elite Wrestling coming together soon, I could see AJ Styles losing this match and quite possibly moving along to another wrestling organization called All Elite Wrestling. But anyway, speaking of those guys, they said goodbye, the All Elite crew, they said goodbye to Ring of Honor this past week, and yeah, the rumors are really hot right now that everything's about to go, and like I said, it's going to happen. But I want to thank you for joining me this week here on the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling. Don't forget, Tell your friends about the show, please. Send me some emails if you got some questions or comments. You know what I'm saying? I'll take them all. But I want to thank you for joining us this week, the Devereux Committee of Pro Wrestling here on Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.
You're listening to Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio.